All right, let's see, are we live now? There we go. What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you all with another live stream, just getting everything all set up for you guys here really quickly. If you're new to me and you're seeing this either live or after, we go from live to a video, my name is Griffin Thomas, of course. I'm the owner of the company Preferred Pest Management in the Dallas, Texas area. We've been in business for, about 3 years now. And on this channel, I just document, my entrepreneurial journey. As of right now, I'm kind of I wouldn't say solopreneur. I do have my wife helping me with some things here and there now. And we did have an employee up until about 2 days ago. But I just document my entrepreneurial journey. And on these live streams specifically, we go live pretty often. I'm sure most of you all who've been tuning in for a while know, but for those who will be tuning in for the first time that don't know, I'll set up this chat bar over here. If you have any questions or anything as we go along, or even if you're tuning in after the fact, feel free to comment below the video as well, and I'll, answer your questions after the fact. But if you join this live, of course, I'll answer any questions you may have live during the stream, especially if it's, on topic related to this specific video. Today's video, like you guys seen from the title, we're going to be talking about how you can create a conversion and set it up in your website relatively easy. This has been a big issue for me even for as long as we've been in business. It's crazy. We've been in business almost 3 years, and even our tracking hasn't really been the best. If you all been tuning into the channel, you've seen any type of our Google Ads videos, I even mentioned some of the issues that we would have. And now that I'm hosting, and managing the website myself, I'm taking it, into my own hands and making sure everything's getting right. I finally started figuring it out literally this morning. So I was like, this would be a good topic to do. Instead of doing a video, let's go ahead and do it live just so everybody can see it after the fact. How's it going there, Incognito Drew? What's up, Griffin? Trying to catch these lives when I can. Usually watch afterwards. Yeah, no, awesome. Yeah, appreciate you tuning in, of course. And of course, if you or anyone that's tuning in right now has any questions, I see we got a couple of you tuning in, and usually more and more people end up joining, throughout the stream. If you have any questions as we go along in today's video, live stream, then don't hesitate to shout it out there. But we'll go ahead and just kind of get started. How's it going there, Rue Knows? Happy Sunday. And I think I got a message from you on Facebook too that I need to check. Don't want you to think I'm ignoring or anything like that. Just of course, busy like always. But in short, this is specifically going to be for those of you that have a WordPress website. But I should say, if it works with WordPress, it should work with pretty much every type of, website platform, regardless if you're using one like Wix or you're using Squarespace as another one that's been becoming really popular lately. They all tend to be very, very similar overall. The main thing is you need to have access to setting up what's called snippets, code snippets in your headers, footers, body, all of that of your website. And specifically for your ads, since we're focusing on a specific landing page, of course, specific web pages of the website. Good, I know, busy. Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, so we'll kind of just take it from the top. With WordPress specifically, there's a plugin called HFCM that you're going to want to download, and it's totally free to download. From there, you'll have this kind of blank screen where you'll be able to click add new snippet. We're actually in the process of getting one created right now. So, what do you need? Well, I'm doing a stream. Tell your mother to do it. Daughter didn't realize I was doing a stream. And please shut the door on your way out. Thank you. So we were setting one up here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and actually I believe this one is already completed as a matter of fact. So like I said, this is a free version. They do have a paid version. It's not really necessary at all. And I believe they also do have like a Wix. Like I said, this should go for all website platforms, like Wix and Squarespace, all of that. I believe they are on these type of platforms as well. You want to double check. But like I said, it's down here just called HFCM. My actual space might be blocking it at the moment. So let me kind of move myself out of the way here. It's down in this bottom left hand corner, HFCM. Like I said, totally free tool, awesome. It makes it just so easy. I want to make sure real quickly that I actually have this one completed here first. We'll go ahead and hit update just to make sure. And then that's all good. So I'll take you guys to kind of the quote unquote homepage of this plugin so we can get a look at it. So when you get it pulled up here, like I said, it'll say at the very top, add new snippet. This is where you'll actually put in this code that we'll refer to here in just a second. You can see we already have a couple of them set up. We have our Facebook call conversion landing pages. We have our Facebook meta tag code, which is, you know, Facebook whenever you, or I guess Meta now, when you go and set up your ads, they want you to be able to track your conversions, obviously, but to confirm that, you know, you're the owner of that site and everything. They have a specific tag that you'll put in the heading. That's what this one is. You can see here, it says show on all devices. It's showing in the header of all of our site, you know, site-wide. And then, of course, we have our ones for specific pages. And then we have our Google Tag Manager tag, which is the first one that you'll have to set up with Google. So when you're doing ads on any type of platform, you're going to have the tag manager that you'll need to put site-wide. And we'll take a look at that here with Google specifically. I'll probably do another one for Facebook for you guys as well. I was literally just this morning going down just one by one, putting these in myself. And like I said, just decided it'd be a great video for you guys to, you know, learn. And then from here, I'm actually setting one up right now. So whenever you're setting this up, first thing you're going to do, as you can see, it says set up the tag. You'll just do install yourself. If someone is managing this for you, you would email it to them, of course, and they would handle it all for you. Ours, for our website, for WordPress, it's HTML. I believe you can also do, yeah, the AMP, but most 99% of websites, as far as I know, is going to be the HTML. Then from here, most of you are going to select this option. The Google tag isn't installed on all of your HTML pages. So Google will know, okay, here we need to go ahead and give you a snippet of this. From here, you just download that snippet. It's going to go ahead and, you know, download it here for you. And then from there, you just open it up, copy that, go over here to your website, and then, you know, say you're going to be creating it. I'll just walk you guys through as if you're setting up a completely new one. You just add new snippet. You can name it, you know, your Google Tag Manager. You know, that's what we named it because that's, you know, our site-wide tag. You can even exclude pages or exclude blog posts, you know, if there's things that you just don't want it to track for some reason. This needs to be in the header, like it even specifies. Google's very good about kind of walking you through this. It used to be a lot more, you know, kind of confusing, but now they've really made it a lot easier recently to understand. And then from here, you just simply paste that. Oops, I didn't actually copy it, but you would paste it. That's our YouTube link for today. You just paste that code that's right here into this section. I'll get it moved over here. So you just paste it in right there, scroll on down, hit save, and then, you know, you're good to go. That thing is, you know, if you want to check and make sure that it did go ahead and put it up there on your website, you just want to make sure that this, of course, is toggled to on. That's the other thing that's cool too. Say for some reason you want to turn this off, you can go ahead and turn it off. You can turn it back on. Like I said, super easy plugin. The fact that it's free, you know, is mind-blowing for all this. Like I said, they do have a paid version. I haven't really looked into it. I literally just found out about this plugin within the last couple of hours and just got to work on it on our website. And like you can see, we're even in the process of getting this one set up. So then from here, you would go ahead and just hit next. And then from here, it says you've set up call from web page, because that's what we named it within our Google ad. And I'll walk you through from the beginning here in just a second as well. It'll say for conversion tracking to work, you'll need to add the Google tag, like it says, including the on-click tag for your phone number. Things to note, phone call lead is an account default goal. You know, it's just walking you through kind of some different things here, like things to know, right? If you want to, things that I like to do usually is go ahead and like take a screenshot of, if I can get that to do that. There we go. Oops, wrong thing actually. There's a way you can take a screenshot on here. There we go. Okay, so you take a screenshot. That way if you want to go back and take a look at things, you can go back and take a look later. Don't need help right now. So then from here we just hit done. And then of course you can actually test it as well. It's going to say inactive. We haven't tested it or anything as of late. But let's say we want to go ahead and set one up completely new from scratch. So we just go in here to our, I'll take you to the home page and just go from the start. So as you can see, we haven't ran like any Google ads lately. Of course, at this top bar here, you just hit tools and settings. And from here, you have measurement. So I'll show you guys kind of full screen for a second how it's going to look, because it'll drop down like this. And from here where you see setup, measurement, all this, you're going to go down to measurements and conversions. You're going to hit conversions, and then it'll pull it up like this. You'll hit select new conversion action. And I'll go ahead and pull you all up here. And like I said, if you have any questions along the way, if I'm going too quick or anything, definitely let me know. If I'm not being clear about something, just let me know. From here, you can do your phone one. This is what we were just kind of messing with. If you're really advanced, you can actually import these from, your actual Google Analytics, other sources, that kind of thing. If you have an app, you can do app. And then, of course, what a lot of you guys are going to be interested in is, actual website conversions, signups, page views, link clicks, sales, if you actually have any type of product you're selling on your website, that kind of thing. So from here, you just enter in your website domain. So preferredpestmanagement.org. It'll scan your website to determine if it's already set up to measure conversions. You may also suggest for new conversion actions to create measure conversions on your website. So sometimes this will take a minute here. Here we go. Create a conversion from your website. It'll say, auto suggestions, right? If someone visits the page starting with preferredpestmanagement.org/contact, because that's our contact us page, we can accept that as a conversion. We're not going to accept that because, that's not actually a conversion of ours. That's just them, simply landing on our contact us page, not a conversion really at the end of the day. So we'll go ahead and remove that. The URL is not relevant. And then this one just says simple page view. If someone, goes and that would be more, this would be something I would accept if they had put this for the contact page as well. It doesn't have to be just the about for page view. It can be, you can edit the suggestion. You can edit the URL. So say for example, you have your landing page, right? So if you don't know what this / is, I'm trying to break it down as easy as possible for like a beginner, right? If you don't know what is after the / like what that means, when you go to view a website, right? Let's pull up our website, for example, preferredpestmanagement.org. You see there's no, / because we have the home page pulled up. Now let's say we wanted to track page views from our ad for our, let's just say Fate Texas page, right? So you just enter in this / pest control Fate Texas. That is what you would put right here in place of the about. So what they're saying is if someone pulls up our about page, like about us, they are saying that this would, just by pulling up this page, that would be a conversion. Of course, that's not necessarily what we're going for, especially for our About Us page, because we're not advertising that page. But let's say you do want to track how many people are pulling this page up or any certain page. You could go into your back end of your website, because of course our landing pages are not going to be indexed. They're not going to be found by the public, right? So we need to find that specific page, which would be, get the best price on your pest control. That, it says home. It's not our home page. This is actually our home page, the front page. We just duplicated the home page and we're making like an ad out of it. Haven't even gotten it done or anything yet, but you can see we were messing with it at like 4 in the morning one day back in June. Haven't even messed with it at all yet. But let's just say that we, want to go ahead. This is going to be our page, right? We would just hit view. and then it's going to pull this up. So then from here, since this is a page that we are going to want to track for page views, we can go ahead and go back in here, just get rid of that about, and just place in that right there. And then you just hit add, and there you go. So that's one basic one that they're already setting up for you. You can add one in here as well. So to add one in here, you can hit what type of conversion. This would be if you have a specific landing page, like a, thank you type of page after the conversion, whatever the case may be. One thing that we want to track is, of course, like, for example, you could track an outbound click. I didn't even know you could do that anymore, actually. But you can track if they, bounce, pretty much like a bounce. Request a quote, book an appointment, submit a lead form, contact, whatever type of page you have. Since most of you all that are following this channel are in the pest control industry, we'll stick to kind of pest control related. But say you have any other type of business where, say you have a cart of some kind or anything, you can even track when people add a product to their cart. When they submit a purchase, begin checkout, whatever the case may be, you can get really, really involved with this. The one that we're actually going to mess with is submit a lead form. And we may actually have to do this with our manually using code, because if I recall, we don't have a specific page for this, but we can try it here. Form submission. So no, okay. So it says it's a submit a lead form conversion when someone submits any form on preferredpestmanagement.org. So no, that's not what we want, right? We want it to be specifically, again, from this page. If anyone submits this form, right, this is what we want them to count as a conversion, right? So instead of that, what we'll do is we'll paste that in there. And then it has that right. You can hit more settings if you want to see some of the conversion details. Optimization, you can say, no, we don't want that. We want secondary, because I don't like using conversion as our bidding strategy. Usually is more expensive from my experience. Conversion name, submit, you can adjust your submit form conversion name. So this says here from preferredpestmanagement.org, we want it to be our / actual page. Get rid of that. We have to shorten this up a little bit. So we'll just take this out. Form submission on preferred, and I appreciate the hearts, by the way. Hopefully you guys are appreciating the stream. If you are, just do me a favor, smash that thumbs up or the heart, whatever the case may be. It lets YouTube know you all are appreciating and liking this type of content. So hopefully, if you want to see more content from the channel, they'll suggest me to your page, in the future. But that's how we usually name ours. That way we know exactly which page they're coming from, relatively quickly. From here, you can set your values. Usually I just set mine at $25 for each conversion value. If it's for a higher ticket lead, this is where you're getting like massive amounts of different type of ads running. If you have one specifically, say for like rodent control, wildlife removal, where the lead value, or termite, for example, where lead values are more, right? Or bed bug, anything like that. You can make this 50, 100, whatever you think a lead is worth ultimately. But it just helps in terms of whenever you actually pull up your Google spreadsheet within the Google Ads platform for how much value in leads you got versus how much you paid. It gives you a good idea on how dialed in your ad is, if that makes sense. So we'll leave that at 25. We don't want to count we just want to count one for each sign up. Like say someone for some reason goes on that page and they end up wanting a quote for just general pest control. But then they see, oh, he offers mosquito too. Let me see just the pest, and then let me see just the mosquito. Don't know why my wife's notifications are popping up. So hopefully that makes sense. So we want to leave that as one, just one conversion. Click-through conversion window, we don't leave it at 90 days usually. We'll just leave ours at 30. because let's be real, when it comes to pest control, the click-through conversion window is usually, like, in all honesty, like 1 day, couple weeks at the most, but we'll go ahead and leave it at 30 is what we usually set this at. Engage view conversion, we leave that at a few days. View through conversion window, again, 1 day. You can do data driven on this, which is, I believe, what we usually do. Data driven, position based. Yeah, I believe we usually stick with data driven. Sometimes first click. First click gives all the credit for the conversion to the first clicked ad. Yeah, so that last click and data driven, those are the ones that we'll usually stick with. Usually data driven is the best one, just because, you know, Google has that advanced AI technology to kind of help you out. And then manage, you can see this right here. Enhance conversions. Use user-provided data from your website to attribute conversions to ads in a privacy-safe way. Used enhanced conversions for this conversion action. Disabling enhanced conversion applies to this conversion action only. If you want to edit enhanced conversion on all your conversions, go within your conversion settings. I believe we usually just leave this, you know, as it is. I'll have to double check, and if for some reason that's different, I'll put in the comments, you know, if anything's different. You can see it's managed through our Google tag, of course. So then from here, you just hit done. So you can see right there, submit lead form. And like we said, you know, you can go through here and do as many of these as you want. You can set up the phone number one, of course, like we were just looking at. We're not going to do that again, of course, because we've already done that and I already kind of walk you guys through that. But you can do, you know, contact, submit lead form, whatever the case may be. These are the two that we're pretty much looking for when it comes to. Appreciate the hearts, by the way. Keep those coming. I love seeing those. What was I saying? So we have our page view. We got that set up as, you know, if I recall, we can go in here and check the settings. So page view. So when the page loads, that counts. And then, like I said, we just have that as, you know, $1. If you want to set it as, like, you know, $5, you can. Again, this is totally up to you. Whatever you think it's worth. If you think somebody just loading that page is worth like virtually nothing, put it in as $1. Me personally, I think if someone at least sees the ad and they're intrigued enough to click on the ad, that's enough data for me to know that, hey, that's worth like $5 alone. Because if I get a bunch of those clicks and I can tell they're not converting, then I know there's something with the ad that we need to adjust. We may need to take some of the text out and put the lead form actually right at the top near the header. You know, we love seeing every type of data possible, even if it is something just like a simple page view. So I just put that as $5 personally, because like I said, it's not really worth much for them just to view the page, but I still want to know that they did that. So we'll go ahead and hit done on that. That's all that we wanted to change on there. So our conversions for this, of course, page view, submit lead form. Like I said, we also do have the phone call one, but that is already set up. We already set that up. We just need to make sure that it's actually active. So create conversions using manual code, set up conversions actions manually. Sometimes I believe you'll need to do this. Usually if you have the Google tag code like we were referring to up here on our website, usually if you have this code already, it says off. Let me see. Maybe it's on, so I don't know why it's saying off, because see, now it's off, so that's kind of strange. But anyways, once you have your Google Tag Manager tag installed there, and I'll show you guys kind of what that tag looks like. That's what I was originally going to do. So say you wanted to go in here and just take a look at it. Like we said, HTML, site-wide, in the header, and then from there, this is something what your, you know, Google tag is going to kind of look like. So hopefully that kind of makes sense from that side of it. But once you have that set up, I believe usually just, you know, the create conversion actions manually using code, that usually shouldn't necessarily be necessary. It says set up conversion actions manually if you use transaction specific values, transaction IDs, or other customer parameters, or if you want to measure clicks on buttons. So say you have just, you know, a sidebar, right? Say you have a sidebar with some other promo on the actual web page or something like that, and you want to track that, okay, not only did they load up this page, but they clicked that deal on our sidebar. You would want to go ahead and set this up for that. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. But for this, we just hit save and continue, assuming that everything's right, but there might be something wrong with our Google tag, which might actually go back to what was going on here. With it being off, let me see, an error occurred. Make sure that we have this set up right for pestmanagement.org. Settings. Make sure we don't have anything set up wrong here. URL starts with, yes, URL starts with, making sure, oh please, do not come back in here please. Let's see. Something is going on with our Google Tag Manager, which if this happens for you, what you need to do is go into Google Tag Manager. Let's see. And from here, let's see if we do want to do this actually. Category, no, because that's going to create a whole new. Let's go back in here. It's funny that it's doing this now because it was not doing that earlier. Let's see. Believe this is our tag. Different types of tags. Let's see. Pull this up. Here we go. Troubleshoot. Tag Assistant will be open in the new tab. Connect to your website with Tag Assistant. Test the conversion action by triggering it on your website. When you're done, close the. Okay, so we'll go here. And we'll go back here. Connect Tag Assistant to your website to test your conversion action. It's going to open this for us. So to improve the quality of your testing, enable your Tag Manager container for debugging in the Tag Assistant window. Debug information connected. So let's see. Follow the instruction in your site browser. So what was it telling us again? Let's see. To improve the quality of testing, enable your Tag Manager container for debugging in the Tag Assistant window. So that should already. And it's even saying 4 tags found. So here's our Google Ads one right here. So the page load, that one is showing. But our page for, or not our page, but the actual submission of the form is not showing. So why? So now what we need to do is see why is that. Let's go in here. Ah, that's why. So what we'll need to do is install this tag here. Set up conversion tracking for form submission. There we go. I was wondering, I was like, it didn't give us our snippet. So from here, again, now they're giving you the actual code that you need. So you download that snippet, go over here, create your new snippet, and we'll just label this Google Ad Summer Days Form Submission Code. And of course, we do not want this site wide. Why? Because then it'll track every single form that's submitted as a conversion, when of course we get a lot of organic, right? So we don't want that. We do specific pages. From there, it'll list out your pages. You just find the page that you want, which is right here for us. And you can even select multiple pages too, which makes this even better because you don't have to reinstall this tag over and over and over. Say you create another landing page for a Google ad. Say you want to create 2, 3, 4, 5 different ads where you want to track those form submissions. Instead of creating a whole nother tag, you just come back in here, edit the snippet, and go down to page list, and you can just add, additional pages as you, grow your business to where you have more money to, of course, have more different, maybe you want to do A to B testing with, different types of landing pages, whatever the case may be. Super easy to go in there and edit that. Of course, we want that in the header. We want it to display on all devices, and then from here, we just need to open this. We just need to copy it. Go ahead and exit out of there. We have the code pulled up, and then from there you just need to hit save, and then there you go. It's completely pulled up. So now we'll scroll back down. We'll take a look at the HFCM, and as you can see now, if you scroll down, Google Ads Summer Days Form Submission Code, I believe. I think my child's in here. Will you please get out of here until I get done with this video, please? Don't make me tell you again. So, now which one do we need to look at? We're done with that. Install. That should be good. Let's see, can't connect to website. That isn't right. Let's see, we have that. Leave that alone. And then let's see. Back. And then from here. Let's see, form submission. Let's hit finish. Oops, didn't realize it was going to kick us out. So tag assistant, let's see. We're going to exit out of this. And what we'll do is go back in here. It'll load it up again. Trigger the conversion action by visiting the web page and clicking on the visiting page. Navigate to your site to test the conversion. So from here, you want to actually trigger this conversion. So let's just enter in, random stuff, na@gmail.com. And then let's just say, yes, we want that. We want quarterly, 1,000 to 2,000 square foot, submit form. Oh, great. There was an error with your submission. Okay, because we didn't submit our zip code. 75089. Can't even fill out my own form correctly. Submit form. Navigate to your site to test conversion, and then hit finish. And there you go. Finally, we got it now. This conversion action is sending data to Google Ads. Submit lead form. So we finally got it. Takes a while, but we did finally get it. And it says it could take up to a minute for the Google Ad conversion action table to show updated tracking statuses. You can see here it says one more conversion action. Of course, it's giving us, you know, the page view. You can see more details in Tag Assistant, which even I am still learning a lot about the Tag Assistant Manager. You know, that is like its own separate little entity that connects with Google Ads, it connects with the websites, it connects with apps. It's the Google Tag Assistant. They actually even have what do they call them? Like Google Chrome extensions that you can download as well, which is very convenient. You know, if you use Google Chrome, which I don't know who isn't at this point on desktop, laptop, but definitely suggest getting that. Makes things a little bit easier. And then from here, if we reload this, like it says, sometimes it can take a little bit for it to load, so it may still say inactive. We'll see. Well, there you go. So it's active now. It says no recent conversions, but it is active. So that is a good sign. That means we now have that one completed. The only other one that is inactive currently says unverified. Let's see. Let's click on this. Troubleshoot. Connect. We'll do, oops. Don't do that. Let's go back. And we'll view the page again, just to reload it. Control C. Go back in here. Connect. And then of course it'll load it up again for you. And then from here, where it says, you know, you need to trigger that actual conversion. So since it's not showing up in terms of, it's saying it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not verified. What we need to do is trigger one of these, you know, call for a free estimate, regardless of, you know, which one, you know, you can, we'll probably label this one as text, but let's do, you know, it says open phone link. And then of course, let's see, iPhone. Oh my gosh. So we're actually going to verify this one later, just because, you know, I'm going to have to like set it up on my laptop to where I can actually do the call. But you're going to need to trigger that call conversion, just like we did a few minutes ago with triggering the form submission. Once you trigger that actual conversion, then that will show up as a verified, just like it's showing up here for the form submission now. And just like also, if we scroll down just a little bit, just like if somebody views the page down here now, this is also, you know, an actual conversion now. This one here, I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this. We don't need that anymore. And you definitely want to keep these up to date. That way things don't start getting confusing to you or anything like that. Like we need to actually, so the calls from ads, that is specifically when someone, if you set up a campaign where someone can call directly from the ad, that is what this conversion is for here. Of course, we have the smart campaign one as well. We don't do smart campaigns like we've talked about on this channel. They should be called, you know, dumb campaigns, because they're astronomically expensive and don't really work that well, at least from my experience. Again, if anyone can prove me wrong on that, feel free to roast me on it, but I never use smart campaigns. So this one here, you can't really, you know, I don't think you can delete it. Let me see if we can, because it's locked. Yeah, these are the ones that are default by Google, because, you know, anything with smart campaign, you pretty much can't delete. If there's a lock on it, you can't get rid of it. It's there, it is what it is. But the call from ad is whenever we set up one that's like not a smart campaign, and you set up where somebody, you know, your web page is going to pull up, but then there's also, let me see if I can find an example here. Let's type in, you know, plumbing service near me. So, of course, none of these are going to have an ad where we can actually call them right now. But usually there would be like a little call button here. I bet if I was on the mobile, you know, Google app looking this stuff up, that those type of ads would show up. But you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure, where whenever you look at an ad, it's like a someone can click the button and it'll call versus having to click on the website. That's what this is. And then calls from web page, which is inactive at the moment. Like we said, we have to get that verified, just like we did with the form submission. That is where someone would actually click a call button, from the website. Now, I'll keep you guys updated. I believe I'm going to have to set up a conversion for both this one in our header, as well as, these both are in our header, of course, but I believe I'm going to have to set one up for each one. Maybe not. I take that back. Maybe not, because they do use the same phone number, like for call tracking. So I may not have to actually, but I'll keep you guys updated in terms of when it comes to that, if we're going to have to do that. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't have it set up to where you have two options to select, calling for a phone, a phone number. But if you do, that'll be something you'll want to keep up with in terms of what ends up happening with our website in terms of our lead tracking. So yeah, that is pretty much how you set up your Google ad conversion tracking. We went over today how to set up a form tracking on your webpage, as well as, we dove in a little bit to the call side of it as well. Like I said, I'm going to have to do that off stream, just because I'm going to have to actually trigger the actual conversion of submitting, the call. And then once that is actually, verified, that'll show as, no recent conversions. And then once you actually start getting conversions, it'll say live, it'll show how many conversions you have, all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys did find some value from this video. Hopefully the live stream has been keeping up and doing well for you guys and everything. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything, do not hesitate to let me know in the chat or after the video, uploads from a live stream to a video. Just let me know in the chat below, or if there was any issues with the video, any questions, anything whatsoever, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below once this goes from a live stream to a video. Otherwise, I'll probably even split this up into a smaller video where, it just kind of isn't like a half-hour video or anything like that. I don't even know how long we've been live now, but I'll break it up to where, you get exactly what you need, because I know we went through a little period there of, wait, hold on, what's going on here? But I like still uploading the live stream to that video like that, because I know you guys are going to run into those same things as well. Like I said, this is the easiest way you can go about doing it. The main thing is getting this HFCM plugin. I cannot, suggest this plugin enough. It is a very, very good, easy, simple plugin to help you, get your conversions up and going, for your web page, your websites, or specific web pages, versus, getting all the conversions counting as conversions that you don't want to count as conversions, if that makes sense. So hopefully you guys did find some value, like I said, from this. If you did, just do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It lets me know and lets YouTube know that you guys like this type of content. And like I said, if you have any questions or anything, do not hesitate to let me know in the comments below. I'll add this to our Google Ads series playlist, as well as our, business growth. I forget what different playlists. We have so many different playlists now, because I'm trying to break everything up so you guys can learn specifically what you want to learn for your pest control business, or, your service business, whatever business you may have. But if you enjoyed the video, like I said, just do me a favor, smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.